Hello students, let us begin with another very important topic of class 6th, ratio and proportion. There are two ways of comparison as we have learned. That is by taking their difference, and the second method is by dividing. The second way is better than the first way. The comparison by division is called the ratio. In this way, we see how many times one quantity is to the other quantity. For example, if Aishwarya got 75 marks and Neha got 25 marks in an examination, then we can say that the marks obtained by Aishwarya are 3 times the marks obtained by Netra. If we compare two quantities in terms of how many times, then it's the comparison. This comparison is known as the ratio. The ratio is denoted by the symbol. For example, Akash weight is 20 kg and her father's weight is 60 kg. We say that Akash's father's weight and Akash's weight are in the ratio 60 by 20, which is 3 by 1, nothing but 3:1. For comparison by ratio, the two quantities must be in the same units. If they are not, they must be expressed in the same units before the ratio is taken. The same ratio may occur in different situations. For example, if I consider length of a room to be 15 centimeter and breadth to be 10 meters, sorry, 10 centimeters, the ratio will become 15 by 20. Here I made a mistake. This has to be in terms of centimeter. Error. They should have the same unit. The ratio of the length to breadth is 3:2. One more situation, if there are 30 girls and 20 boys in a class, the ratio of girls to the number of boys will be 30 upon 20, which is also 3:2. So here there are two different cases, two different situations where the ratio is the same. The ratio may be treated as fraction. The ratio 2:1 is treated as 2 by 3. A ratio equivalent to a given ratio can be obtained by multiplying or by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Thus, the ratio equivalent to 2:3 is 4:6 obtained by multiplying 2, 6:9 obtained by multiplying by 3, 8:12 obtained by multiplying with 4. Similarly, few ratios equivalent to 64:32 are 32:60 divided by 2. Further, by dividing by 2 we get 16:8, and dividing by 2 again we get 8:4. Further, dividing by 2 we get 4:2. By dividing with 2, we get 2:1. These are all equivalent fractions. If the fractions corresponding to equivalent ratio are equivalent, then the two ratios are equivalent. The orders in which the quantities are taken to express their ratios is very important, because 2:3 is completely different from 3:2. The ratio can be expressed in its lowest form by simplifying numerator and the denominator. For example, 60:24 is 64 upon 24. 60 upon 24, again I made a mistake here, 60 upon 24, it's not the lowest form. To express in lowest form, we'll divide 12 5 times, 12 2 times, 5:2 is the lowest form of 60:24. Now we'll discuss another important topic, proportion. If two ratios are equal, we say that they are in proportion. We use a symbol to equate the two ratios. Symbol used is this symbol, or else we also use equal. We say that A is to be one ratio, E is in proportion to another ratio, A is to B is as C is to D. For example, 2:4 is equal to 60:120. We write using the symbol, proportionality symbol, 2:4 proportional to 60:120. We say that 2, 4, 60 and 120 are in proportion. Again, 2:5 is not equal to 60:15. They are not equal. We say that 2, 5, 60 and 15, they are not in proportion. So, if two ratios are not equal, we say that they are not in proportion. For quantities are said to be in proportion if the ratio of the first and the second quantities is equal to the ratio of the third and the fourth quantities. The four quantities 3, 10, 15 and 50 are in proportion because 3 upon 10 is same as 15 upon 30. We say that 3:10 as 15:50. 3:10 as 15:50. Here, the first and the fourth terms, they are called as extreme terms. Second and third term are called as middle terms. The order of terms in the proportion is very, very important, because if I reverse the last two numbers, instead of 15:50, if I consider 50:15, they will not be equal. One more very important thing you must know is the product of extremes is equal to product of means. In entrance examination also we had the questions based on the concept product of extremes equal to product of means. You have come across unitary method in your previous classes. In the unitary method, first we will find the value of one unit and then we will find out for the required number of units. This method is known as Unitary Method. For example, if the price of 6 toys is rupees 90 and we are to find out the price of 4 toys, then first we will find it for one particular toy. It becomes 90 upon 6, which is rupees 15. Now this rupees 15 is multiplied with the 4 to get the total amount for 4 toys. Let's look at a question here. Cost of 2 shirts in a shop is rupees 200. What will be the cost of 5 shirts in the shop? Cost of 2 shirts is rupees 200. The cost of 1 shirt will become equal to 200 upon 2, which is 100. So five shirts, we have 200 upon 2 multiplied to 5, we get it as rupees 500. These are the basic things you must know to solve the questions related to the exercise. With this, I'll end today's session. We shall discuss some of the questions related to the concepts which we have learned now. Thank you.